So Rashida Tlaib gave a speech at a pro-Palestine conference, and she said some things that are leading to a backlash among the resistance liberals and the Biden stands and those types of people. So let's listen to it, and then we'll break it down.
Y'all, welcome. Welcome to the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, the city of Detroit. I don't know if I need to remind you all, but Detroit, we birth movements, not just labor movements. We birth movements on environmental justice, on women's rights, and so much more. So welcome. Gain strength from this amazing, beautiful black city that raised me. I don't need to tell you that you're on the right side. I don't need to. But I'll be damned if I wait 10 years before they apologize to all of you for doing what was right at this moment. Each year,
By the way, as we always point out, that will definitely happen. Because that's the case with Iraq. That's the case with Vietnam. That's the case with so many movements throughout history. The obviously correct position is smeared and maligned, and they snub their noses at you. Like, that's what happens. And she's like, I'm not going to fucking wait 10 years for you guys to be like, hey, genocide is actually wrong.
And I say our country because it is our country. Sends billions of dollars to maintain an apartheid government and support the ongoing ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. It is disgraceful that the Biden administration and my colleagues in Congress continue to smear them for protesting to save lives no matter faith or ethnicity. It is cowardly. But we're not going to forget in November, are we?
Ooh, we're not going to forget in November. That's like hey, dog, I'm voting for Jill Stein, or I'm voting for Cornel West, or I'm sitting out, and you got nobody to blame for but yourself. That's what that line is.
Justice just ruled that the Israeli government must stop its invasion of Rafah. But President Biden says what's happening in Gaza is not a genocide.
And by the way, since this speech, Israel has gone on to bomb a refugee camp in Rafah in direct contravention of the ICJ, saying you're not allowed to do that.
Where's your red line, President Biden? You all, every single bullet, every single gun, every single weapon, bombs that we send is a sacrifice of our own schools here at home. Many of which, when I go into the schools, have garbage bags over their drinking fountains because they don't have clean water.
Yeah, let's send billions of dollars more to Israel when we don't even have clean water in some of our schools here. Let's send billions of dollars to Israel when we have like 50,000 homeless veterans here and 600,000 homeless Americans. Where's the, they say, an emergency conference. We need to send more money to Israel. Where's the emergency conference for the millions of Americans that don't have health insurance and the tens of thousands that die every year because they lack health insurance? Where's that? I mean, they're just giving away the game, right? They don't give a fuck about you, but they care about Israel, and a lot of that is because of AIPAC and the tremendous amount of money that politicians get from the Israel lobby.
Biden, I hope you hear us loud and clear. Attacking the authority of the International Criminal Court and interfering in the legal process is nothing more than an attempt to prevent the genocidal maniac Netanyahu and his senior Israeli officials from being held accountable for those crimes against humanity. You are an enabler, President Biden. But wait. You know when my colleagues are outraged? They're outraged over the protest on college campuses in our country. They're more outraged than the atrocities happening right now on the ground in Palestine, the war crimes. Y'all, there's no universities in Gaza. We all know this. We say it over and over again. And now, if they get their way, they're going to silence the universities here at home.
She's spitting. They're more angry about peaceful encampments on the lawn at various colleges and universities than they are about every university in Gaza being blown up in controlled demolitions. All the over 20 hospitals being attacked. They didn't even try to make a propaganda argument as to how, 23 of the hospitals that were attacked, there's Hamas underneath or something. No, they just kept attacking hospitals, schools, factories, homes, UN buildings. They're not even trying anymore to give a plausible argument as to why they're doing what they're doing. It's just endless bloodshed and bloodlust. And what did she say? President Biden, you're an enabler. That's exactly right. Nobody gives a fuck about your little virtue signals. I'm against the war crimes. Now here's more money and weapons to do more of them. You're a sucker if you look at that and you fall for it for the 83rd time. How many articles do we have to see of President Biden is actually very upset? He is seething. He is deeply concerned about the new pictures and videos of war crimes coming out of Gaza. But he sends more money and sends more weapons. Look, she's had enough. She's had enough. And it's brave in this context to stand up and make these arguments. There's no doubt about it, because AIPAC and the Israel lobby have a stranglehold on Congress. And to stand up and argue against them, they throw all the money in the world against you, man. They're throwing everything they got at Jamal Bowman, and Jamal Bowman isn't even as big of a hardliner on this as Rashida Tlaib is. They're trying to take down anybody and everybody that utters a peep against a literal genocide and ethnic cleansing. That's what they're doing. And so, gotta support her, man. Gotta support her. This is, think about what it would take for somebody who's a Democratic politician, for them to really have a full break with Biden, for them to say you're an enabler, it's because of you we're seeing war crimes, to have an elected Democrat do that. Think about how grotesque and insane and extreme Biden's policy has to be. Because you know, all of these Democrats, even the Justice Democrats, to one extent or another, they've been team players. Okay, we'll go along to get along. Okay, we'll try to get change from within and not really step on too many toes. Okay, we understand it's different when you get here from when you were campaigning. Okay, all right. But then now, for this to be the reaction, you know the Biden team had to jump the shark and shit the bed. And that's what we're witnessing. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.